Hello my dear students, continuation of the video. My name is Irappa M, Associate Professor, Government College for Women, Kolar. Today's topic is Electrochemistry 1, paper 6. The session number 6 belongs to Bangalore North University. Today's topic is Kohlrausch law and its applications. Already we have discussed two applications. The last one of the Kohlrausch law application is with the solubility product of sparingly soluble salts of two examples and problems. So after this session, what you have to know is use of Kohlrausch law with the different examples of solubility of sparingly soluble salts of AgCl and BaSO4. So and also some problems. So before that, it requires preparation of a saturated solution of AgCl and BaSO4 in order to determine the solubility of a sparingly soluble salts. So application of Kohlrausch law to determine the solubility of saturated solution of a sparingly soluble salt. Example in this we have taken is two examples. One is AgCl and BaSO4, barium sulfate. Since the salt is sparingly soluble, so if you have to dissolve this in conductivity water, its concentration is very low. A large number of inorganic salts are sparingly soluble in water, so that their solubility by chemical analysis method is very difficult. That means in a sparingly soluble salt, the concentration is very low. That concentration cannot be determined by chemical analysis. So the very low ionic concentration of ions can be obtained by conductance measurements. Conductance measurement means you have to prepare a saturated solution. So first example is AgCl. Prepare a saturated solution of AgCl salt is added in conductivity water and slightly warm it. So after warming, the capacity of the salt is dissolved, cool it and decant. The clear solution is nothing but a saturated solution. So that is the preparation of saturated solution. Even then it is a low concentration of ions. That concentration of ions can be measured by means of conductance measurements. In order to determine the conductance, it is necessary to measure the conductance of water for use for preparing a salt solution. That means in order to prepare a saturated solution, you are using water. So K of salt, specific conductivity of the salt is equal to conductance of saturated solution minus, you have to subtract with the conductance of water. That means first you have to measure the conductance of water, then this is used for the preparation of saturated solution. So then once again you have to find out saturated solution conductance. Therefore the equation is specific conductivity of the salt is equal to K of saturated solution minus K of water. The molar or equivalent conductance of salt at infinite dilution, lambda infinity, is calculated from the constituent molar ionic conductance at infinite dilution. Lambda infinity may be taken as the molar conductance of a saturated solution, as the solubility of the salt is very low and only small number of ions of the electrolyte are present in the solution. That means the molar conductance at infinite dilution so is equivalent to the saturated solution. Even at infinite dilution also the ions remains same. So you can take it as a saturated solution of concentration is equal to the lambda infinity at infinite dilution. We call it as lambda c is equal to lambda infinity. That is equal to, using Kohlrausch law, lambda infinity plus lambda infinity minus. So in place of lambda c, you have taken as nearly equal to lambda infinity. So you know the formula, equivalent conductance at particular concentration is equal to specific conductivity of the salt, that is K of salt divided by C. Substitute in place of lambda C is equal to lambda infinity, and in place of C you have to write concentration is replaced with the solubility. Then the final equation is lambda infinity is equal to K of salt divided by solubility S. So S is equal to, you want to find out S is equal to specific conductivity of the salt and lambda infinity using Kohlrausch law. So apply this with the first example is AgCl. We know that specific conductivity of AgCl is equal to K of saturated solution minus K of water. Therefore, lambda C of AgCl is equal to lambda C infinity of AgCl. That means the equivalent conductance at particular concentration of AgCl is nearly equal to equivalent conductance at infinite dilution. That is, apply the lambda equivalent conductance at infinite dilution of AgCl. You have to write lambda infinity of Ag plus lambda infinity of Cl minus. Therefore, the solubility of AgCl is equal to specific conductivity of AgCl divided by lambda infinity of AgCl. So that is a first example. Next, another example is determination of solubility from conductance of a saturated solution of a sparingly soluble salt BaSO4. So we know that here also BaSO4 is a sparingly soluble salt. By conductance measurements and preparation of a saturated solution, K of BaSO4 is equal to, that means K of salt is equal to K of saturated solution, that is conductance of saturated solution minus conductance of water. So here the lambda C of barium sulfate is equal to lambda infinity. That means even at infinite dilution the ions present is nearly same. You treat it as lambda C is equal to lambda infinity. That is equal to lambda infinity of Ba2 plus lambda infinity of SO4 2 minus. This can be calculated using Kohlrausch law. Then, therefore, solubility of BaSO4, that is salt, is equal to K of salt, that is the specific conductivity of barium sulfate divided by lambda infinity of barium sulfate using Kohlrausch law, that is the sum of the ionic conductance of barium and sulfate ions. Next, based on this, some problems. Specific conductivity of a saturated solution of strontium sulfate after subtracting that of water is 1.33 into 10 to the power of minus 3 Simon per meter. Calculate the solubility of strontium sulfate. Given molar conductance of strontium sulfate at infinite dilution is 1.392 into 10 to the power of minus 2 Simon meter square per mole. So from this solubility, for answer or solution for this solubility, S is equal to specific conductance of the salt divided by equivalent conductance of the salt. So in this problem, specific conductance of SrSO4 means specific conductivity of strontium sulfate is given. Substitute the value 1.33 into 10 to the power of minus 3 and directly as given lambda infinity of SrSO4, that is strontium sulfate, using Kohlrausch law directly the value is given, that value is 1.392 into 10 to the power of minus 2. Simplification, the value is 0.0955 mole per meter cube. That is the units for solubility. Second problem, calculate the solubility of a sparingly soluble salt of AgCl at 298 Kelvin. Given specific conductance of saturated solution of AgCl is 2.28 in 10 to the power of minus 4 Simon per meter after subtracting the conductance of water. Ionic conductance of Ag plus and Cl minus are 6.19 into 10 to the power of minus 3 Simon mid square per mole and 7.14 into 10 to the power of minus 3 Simon mid square per mole respectively. So for this solution, our answer is solubility. Solubility S is equal to specific conductance of AgCl divided by equivalent conductance of AgCl at infinite dilution. The specific conductivity of AgCl is directly given. The value is 2.28 in 10 to the power of minus 4 divided by equivalent conductance of AgCl. We have to addition the separately ionic conductance as given. One is 6.19 plus 7.14 in 10 to the power of minus 3 using Kohlrausch law. So numerator is one value, denominator is another value. So simplification, it gives 0.0171 mole per meter cube. Third one, specific conductance of 0.1 molar acetic acid was found to be 0.0158 Simon per meter at a given temperature. If the ionic conductance of acetate ion and H plus ions are 11.02 into 10 to the power of minus 3 and 28.01 into 10 to the power of 3 Simon mid square per mole respectively at the same temperature. Calculate the degree of dissociation of acetic acid and dissociation constant of acetic acid. For this solution, equivalent conductivity at particular concentration lambda C have to calculate. For this, you know, in the first session, the problem, the equivalent conductivity at particular concentration is equal to K by C. K is given directly 0.0158 Simon per meter divided by concentration as given 0.01. You have to convert this into moles per dm cube as given. Convert this into meter cube per mole, that is multiplied by 10 to the power of 3. So value is 0.00158 Simon mid square per mole. That is equivalent conductance of a particular concentration is equal to 0.00158 Simon meter square per mole. Using Kohlrausch law, lambda C is equal to sum of the ionic conductance lambda infinity plus and lambda infinity minus. We add this one. According to the Kohlrausch law, values are given 28.01 plus 11.02 into 10 to the power of minus 3. You will get 39.03 into 10 to the power of minus 3 Simon mid square per mole. Then degree of dissociation or is nothing but conductivity ratio. Alpha is equal to lambda C divided by lambda infinity. Just now we calculated lambda C as given and calculate lambda infinity. So substitute in the equation 1.58 in 10 to the power of minus 3 divided by 39.03 in 10 to the power of minus 3. So you will get 0.0404 is the value for alpha. So then another continuation of this dissociation constant Ka you have to calculate, that is equal to C alpha square, that is equal to 0.01 is the concentration into alpha is 0.0404 whole square. Simplification 1.64 into 10 to the power of minus 5. In this case, K alpha is calculated and degree of dissociation also calculated. So from this, you have to summarize this of this session. Kohlrausch law you have to apply. So Kohlrausch law you are already studied. Then using Kohlrausch law, application of Kohlrausch law with the two different examples, that is how the solubility of a sparingly soluble salt of two different salts AgCl and BaSO4 can be determined using conductance measurements. So, and few problems. So after completion of summarize this session, so I'll ask some questions. So for this, the first question is the conductivity of a strong electrolyte. The conductivity of a strong electrolyte. So meaning of this one, a strong electrolyte is the one which completely ionization takes place. Complete ionization takes place. So for this, four answers as given: increases on dilution, decreases on dilution, does not change considerably, it depends on density. To follow the four answers, you can observe it is a strong electrolyte. Even at moderate concentration, ionization is complete. For this conductivity, C is the answer. It does not change considerably, because strong electrolyte is the one which completely ionization takes place. And hence you can say for answers for this is C, does not change considerably. And go for second question. The electrolytic conductance is a direct measure of. So any conductance is a measure of a number of ions and mobility of the ions. In this there are four answers as given. A is potential, B is resistance, C is concentration, and D is dissociation. The electrolytic conductance is a direct measure of. D is the answer. So that is dissociation. Dissociation takes place. Number of ions is increases, hence conductance is increases. That means conductance is directly proportional to dissociation. Number 3. The solution of a sparingly soluble salt contained. Just now we explained in this session, a sparingly soluble salt has got least number of ions. That means solubility is very less. It containing only few ions, that is nothing but low concentration. So solution of sparingly soluble salt containing four answers. One is high concentration of ions, B is a low concentration of ions, C is both A and B, and D is none of these. For this question, the solution of a sparingly soluble salt contain low concentration of ions. Next question is, a saturated solution of a sparingly soluble salt, its conductivity is determined. That means application of Kohlrausch law I explained in this session. So by means of Kohlrausch law, even it is a low concentration of a sparingly soluble salt can be determined. The same question as asking here, a saturated solution of a sparingly soluble salt, its conductivity is determined by four answers are given. A is Kohlrausch law, B is Ostwald's law, C is Ohm's law, D is none of this. It is very simple for this question. Answer is A, Kohlrausch law. Kohlrausch law of ionic conductance. From this saturated solution of a sparingly soluble salt can be determined. So which of the following is a sparingly soluble salt? So I given here, it is in the same session, there are two examples of sparingly soluble salt. One is AgCl, another one is BaSO. The question appeared here, which of the following is a sparingly soluble salt? The four answers are given. One is NaCl, B is AgCl, C is KCl, and D is NH4Cl. So compared with the four salts, NaCl is a strong electrolyte, KCl also strong electrolyte, ammonium chloride is a strong electrolyte. So the only left over is B is the answer, AgCl, that is a sparingly soluble salt. So for this session, end of this session, there are some books reference as given below. This is the end of the session 6 of Electrochemistry 1. Thank you.